not comparing it at all, but it was the similar kind of response that I got was like when President Obama was first elected.
Yeah.
Like, I never thought I'd see it in my lifetime.
That's right, an
And,
African-American woman.
Yeah, I think also growing up in a very progressive area that you think, well, the race shouldn't be an issue.
Right.
I'm qualified, I
Right.
did what I was supposed to do, and they chose me. But it stirred a lot of conflict. I had death threats. I wrote a book with my mother called You Have No Idea, and it's about my life, but also her experience in my life. And I wanted to not just do my story, which I've told over and over again, but I wanted the backstory of how my mother was dealing with the same things that I was going through at the time. And a lot of things that she kept from me for my own protection. She didn't want to know that there were sharpshooters when I was doing a parade at my hometown because they were afraid of somebody who was going to kill me. She didn't want me to know that I had gotten, pubic hair from haters in envelopes talking about disgusting things about me as a 20-year-old. I mean, those are things that a mother was hiding from me to protect me because I had to go out there as a 20-year-old and greet the world. My parents would get calls because my parents' number was listed as soon as I was crowned of people that said they were going to kill me. I would get letters that were sent to my parents' house, and they had a red box that they would keep, and then they keep it for the FBI, and then they had a file of all the people that had made threats. I mean, a lot of it was anonymous, but they kept them all for FBI files. And then I remember probably the first time that I really knew that there was an issue, I came to Alabama to do a Miss America usually did a parade, and normally you're sitting on the back of a car and waving like a back of a convertible. And when I did it, they had me inside the car, and I was like,
wow.
Yeah. And that's because they didn't want to take the chance.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's when you first found out that the threats were there.
I mean, I found out because they said, stay in your room, do not answer the door at all. And then I realized that I had police protection outside my door, and I said, okay, this is not comfortable.
Wow.
And again, I was a junior from Syracuse, from New York, never had any issue at all.
Right.
I call the N-word when it's third grade by, a family that I knew, but everyone goes through that first time.
Right.
But never had my life threatened, and it was all because of the color of my skin. And it kind of puts things in perspective. You think you've really progressed from the 60s to 83, and yet not at all. You take the heat and you pave the way, but I mean, I certainly am standing on the shoulders of all the trailblazers that came before me.